Greetings to you, Crocodile Army. Yes, it's been a few months since my last video, but I make no apologies. I took a work trip to Rome and Abu Dhabi, took my parents to London and Vienna, and then a work trip to Panama, and as you're watching this video most likely, Mrs. Zonstar and I are already on our way to Finland, Norway, and Iceland, all countries we've been to before, but we're doing different things in different cities than last time. If you want to hang out with us in Helsinki for the midsummer holiday, please let me know. I also just got back from Reason Rally in Washington, D.C., which is a local event for me. Attendance was down this year from 4 years ago, I think mostly because holding an event like that in summer is a terrible idea, due to very hot, humid weather and family summer travel plans, and hopefully they'll remember that next time. One well-known YouTuber thinks a lot of people pointedly skipped it because they had a very short one-page policy on conduct. If I decided to be a complete jackass and follow someone around and yell at them or assault them after they told me they wished to be left alone, that was apparently not okay. I know, I felt terribly oppressed too, and you know what a big jerk I am. I highly doubt that anything related to the arguments surrounding feminism and various SJW topics had a significant impact on attendance, but what was worse was that he apparently used comparison pictures that were not of the previous Reason Rally and or not of this Reason Rally to try to prove his point. It's true that SJW wars are doing a lot of damage to the quality of the conversation and activism in the atheist community. Nearly all of the major YouTubers that were forged in the good old days of YouTube atheism are now primarily focused on those topics, on one side or another. I like and strongly dislike various people on either side of the debate, so I don't wish to be put in one category or another. I'd be happy to go more than a couple days, though, without seeing a new video about Anita Sarkeesian or some radical feminist that most people have never even heard of. Even when I agree on the substance of those videos, I just feel like it's so supremely unimportant, and those radicals are being used as a vehicle to bludgeon the numerous other regular people who actually care about how their fellow humans are being treated. This seems to be what passes for counterculture on YouTube these days. At least politics has been interesting recently. In the 2012 election, I did some political videos that were very well received, and my prognostications about the outcome and how everything was aligned was right on target. I'm feeling a lot less confident about that this cycle. My immediate circle of friends is full of Bernie supporters, and a fair percentage of those are Bernie or bust. As someone who voted for Obama in the 2008 primary, I fully understand not being thrilled with Hillary, and I'd choose Obama again if I could over any of the candidates this year, and that's including Bernie. Maybe that makes me establishment with whatever terrible baggage that comes with now, but I think that just makes me someone with something to lose, and someone who values pragmatism over idealism in general. A President Trump with a Republican Congress and an immediate Supreme Court vacancy is a non-starter for me, so I will be voting for Hillary in November without even a moment's hesitation. I see quite a few comments that say they'd rather figuratively torch the whole system rather than vote for Hillary, even from liberals who would also never vote for Trump. Some even threw Elizabeth Warren over the side of the ship. Elizabeth Warren, who used to be one of the most beloved senators behind only Bernie for progressives, endorsed Hillary recently, and she was immediately set upon by many of Bernie's supporters. Elizabeth Warren is a principled progressive and sees the same thing that I do in terms of her choices in November. Bernie, while not conceding the race, is already making motions that he will help Hillary, which to me is no big surprise, though his rhetoric in the past couple months had me wondering for a while. Some Bernie supporters have told me that if that happens, that they're done with Bernie himself, and will find someone else to back in the future. I would hate to think that the Democratic Party will now find itself with its version of the Tea Party that will make ideological purity priority one, because that sounds like a recipe for failure, as it was for Republicans. I've seen the Hillary objections, many of them ripped from the same right-wing rags that most left-leaning people like me normally make fun of, and on the whole I am unimpressed. I'm going to do everything I can to not have to arrive in the Middle East or Latin America with Trump, an unabashed racist, as my president. Even if I did want to vote third party, I don't think the Green or Libertarian Party platforms are acceptable either, and I've read them both. I'm sure the Crocodile Army will have strong opinions on this one. So let's discuss it while I fly to Helsinki.